Hi guys, welcome back to the Skin Club podcast. You can see we are now officially live on YouTube. So if you're not watching on YouTube, come watch us over here so you can see us chat, talk face to face. We are currently in our studio / office setup, makeshift.
Yes, we are working on it. Just know as the episodes progress on YouTube, it's going to become better and better quality.
Much better.
But thank you for being here.
Seriously.
We love you.
We love you so much. So today is a really fun episode because we're talking all about a book. We're doing another book review, and it's the new Skin Edit, or the new Edit.
The new Edit skincare, I think because it's the one by Hirons. I think because she made one of these originally, and the new Edit is just...
Oh, the newer version.
The newer version
Got
of it.
Okay.
But it's the big yellow book. If you're not watching on YouTube, if you're familiar with it, I feel like that's what a lot of people
remember it by.
Yeah. It's the big yellow book. So we're doing our reviewing a book segment that we've now started, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's going to be great. So we're going to start with our weekly favorites and weekly updates. So what's your weekly favorite this week?
Okay. We all know I am a hoe for Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
I love it. Dr. Pepper recently came out with a coconut cream flavor.
Oh my gosh. Like in a can?
Yes, in a can. It literally tastes like my Swig order, because when I go to Swig, I get Dr. Pepper with coconut cream.
Yeah.
And I usually like to add a little bit of strawberry or raspberry puree in it too, but this is just the coconut cream, and it is so yummy. So if you want a dirty Dr. Pepper, they now sell that in cans.
Wait, that's crazy.
Like, my family were all obsessed. Like, you would be so sad if you came to our house and saw the amount of cans.
Wait, that's hilarious. Wait, are they like going to make Swig go out of business, do you think?
No.
All like those soda shops?
I don't think so, because I still prefer a soda shop. Like, there's nothing like a crisp soda with ice and a straw.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Like, I prefer a fountain drink. I feel like it burns my throat more, and that's my goal. I want my throat to burn.
Absolutely. If it doesn't burn, they're not doing it right.
Exactly. What's your weekly favorite?
Vanderpump.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Okay, guys, what the crap? Why has no one told me to watch this freaking show? It is a brain rot, but I am just living for it. I started watching it during my surgery recovery time, and I like can't stop watching it. I will literally binge it. I'm already on, I think I'm on like the 4th or 5th season now. And it has just been so like, in the best way, trashy, you know?
Well, it's like mind numbing to just watch trash TV.
And like to see other people have such problems that really rock their worlds that are just different than mine. Like, our worlds could not be more different in like this season of life, because they're like around the like our age, at least like in the beginning seasons. And so to see them just like hoeing around, like living the life that I never lived, it's like, man, it's crazy to watch, but I've actually loved it, and that's my favorite.
How many seasons are there again?
11.
Oh my gosh.
11. So like I'm almost halfway there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. But what's your update?
My update is I have the same update every week. I promise it'll be more fun in the next little bit. I've just been busting my butt with Haley working on my website for my makeup services. And I'm going to have to tell you off air, I just came up with another makeup service idea that I'm like, I've never seen a makeup artist do this ever.
Oh my gosh. Groundbreaking.
It is.
I can't wait.
It is. I'm going to be groundbreaking. I'm so excited actually though. Like it's going to be a really cool, it's a cool concept. So I'll tell you when we're off air.
Okay, wait. I like need to know. And I actually had an idea for you today for makeup. Ooh. But I'm also going to tell you off air so we can like make it come into fruition, you know? Okay. Like it's really cool.
Oh, I'm excited. You guys, Alita's like the ultimate hype woman. Like, I'm like, can I just hire you to be my manager? She's like, I'm going to sign you up for like PR and different things.
Absolutely. Like, no, enlist me. I am ready to go at your service. Seriously.
No. You're the best and just so supportive, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, yeah, just busy with makeup. And then I just did an interview with She's a Lady.
Yes.
We did a podcast one a while ago. Alita did one on health a while ago. And then I just did one on makeup with her. And we just go into my experience as a makeup artist, how I got started, what brought me into different industries, like working on film sets, pestering people to get my foot in the door, what I did, because I did pester people to be able to work with high profile clients.
Yeah.
And so I share all that on there. And so if you are interested in hearing more about my makeup experience, go to She's a Lady podcast. She's awesome. She interviews female entrepreneurs and just like, she's a woman-based podcast and she's phenomenal. So go check her out.
She's so cute. I love her. Well, love.
Yeah.
I literally cannot wait to listen. I just saw that you guys posted it. I'm like, okay, add it to the list.
Yeah. What's yours?
Okay. So, oh my gosh, literally, I have been hard at work, guys. Like, just over here, single mom who works 2 jobs, but I'm not a single mom.
Single mom who works 2 jobs.
That's literally how I feel right now. I just feel like I'm like work coming out of my ears. And it's been a lot, but it's been all good things. I am bringing on 2 new services here soon.
We have a lot to discuss off air.
Well, you already know one of them.
Oh, do I?
Yeah. It's just like more health stuff.
Oh, yes.
So there's one coming very soon. I'm going to have to postpone one like a little bit just because I don't do things until I'm ready. And that's something like you can't force me to do something until I can guarantee I will slay the house down boots. So
Respect.
yeah. So that's one thing. Like I especially when it comes to health, like I take especially that very seriously. And so I move forward with caution. It's something that's been in the works for a really long time, but it's now like creeping up to the point where it's almost here and I can't wait. But I'm doing a few more trainings to prepare myself. And then there's another one that I just solidified today with the owner of the developer of this test. And I'm going to be like one of, I think, like 5 providers who is currently offering it. And I am so excited. So that is coming in like the next literal couple of weeks. And
Good for you.
I will tell you all about it in a second because it's freaking phenomenal.
Wait,
and I
I'm
literally
dying.
can't wait. So that's going to happen here soon. And I just can't wait. So yeah. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all. And I did like lots of therapy this week and it was awesome.
We love therapy.
I went to my therapist and then she came to me this week. So
Oh, that's kind of
fun
nice.
little exchange that we did this
Did
week.
she come here?
For therapy?
Mm-hmm.
No, I did a call with her. And then she came in 2 days later for a facial.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait, that's nice. A traveling therapist to you.
Oh my gosh. No, I would love. Oh, and I got my nails done. Cute little Frenchie for
Pretty.
Vegas. If anyone needs some nail inspo, maybe just do a simple little French tip if you don't know what you're wearing like me.
I know. I'm getting my nails done next week.
Love. Who's doing them?
My girl, Ashlyn.
Love.
She works at Canlin's studio.
Cute. Yes.
She's
love.
awesome.
Love. Well, sweet. Anything else? Any more life updates?
Well, when this comes out, it's going to be the week before Vegas, and we are very excited for that. We've been doing a lot of planning for the merch, and I feel like there was another update, but now I can't remember, so.
Literally so many fun things coming to Vegas, guys. Be ready.
I know. I feel like my brain has just been overwhelmed with like all good things. Like when people have been asking me how I am lately, I'm like, I'm busy, but I'm good. Like
Yeah.
I'm there. It's all good things.
Busy season.
Oh, and get this, you guys. The internet on Cox has gone out today, I think like nationwide. And I have so much work online I have to get done for my business, for some Vegas thing. I need to register some badges and then just some other things. And I'm like, great, I cannot do that
Yeah.
yet.
It's like swimming over here. We're swimming and drowning in work a little. It's fine.
But it's all good things, and it's like all exciting things. So I'm like, I feel like I can't complain, but I'm very busy right now.
It's like really hard not to complain sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Even like when life is good, it's like it's good to complain a little.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what friends are for. That's how you know you have a good friend.
Yeah.
Is when you can just
complain,
throw up your feelings, and they just listen.
Yeah. No, that's literally what friends are for. Love. Okay. Well, I think we should dive in. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh, yes, let's do it. So I do want to do a little disclaimer before we do start this episode that when we do our book reviews, we are not reading anything from the book. We're not reading the book to you. We're just reviewing our thoughts on the book, some key takeaways that we had.
We're reading a goodnight story.
Yes. So I just like want to make that disclaimer because we do want you to go support these authors that we purchase these skin books from because they are phenomenal. But we just want to share these books because they have been really helpful to us in our careers. And so I just want to give that little disclaimer to not expect to have everything from the book in this episode.
Totally. Yeah. Like, cause we're just telling you guys about books that we've read and loved and have learned a lot from and kind of giving you like the Cliff Notes excerpts of just what it entails so that you guys can go do the work, read the book and find what you love out of it. Perfect. Okay.
Let me get resituated.
This author's name is Caroline Hirons. She is European. Is that right? European?
Yeah, I want to say she grew up in like Liverpool or something like that.
So she, wherever that is,
somewhere
England, I think.
I think so. No, I'm such an idiot with like geography. Like
Same.
I can't even tell you the US where we live, like the East Coast.
Oh yeah. It's hard. And it doesn't help that we don't do daylight savings because I don't even like what time zone are we? I don't know.
We're the only different state.
Yeah.
No other state or every other state does
like we're either on Mountain Standard Time or Arizona time.
Yeah, because like we have to change with the other states, but we're the only states that I was talking to Haley about this the other day. We're like the only state that doesn't do daylight savings. Yeah.
Yeah, we're different.
That is a totally random thought. I listen to Ty French and he has a segment called Totally Random, but that is a totally random thought that I'll think about, like my late night thoughts when I just like say the most random things to Jason. Like, have you ever thought about this? Like, that's one of them.
Oh,
why do we do that?
No, I have these thoughts often. Oh, like writer night. Okay, we were just talking the other night about life and like if things are happening in life and whatever. And I had asked Ryder, I was like, if you ever died, would you want me to get remarried? And he's like, well, I'll be dead, so doesn't matter. And I'm like, okay, but like, do you have an opinion on like what I do when you die? And he's like, well, me and my current body would be pissed, but my dead self doesn't give a flying fart. And then we were talking about like, okay, so if hypothetically, Ryder and I are fine. Please, like, don't take this out of context or out of whatever. But we were talking about like if we happen to get divorced, like who would stay our friends? Like,
I know where this is going because he texted Jason.
Yes. And so I don't know how we got on the topic, but I had said like, no, like Rachel and Jason would be my friend because like they were friends with me first. And I don't know. We were talking somehow about like going to like legal things. And he was like, no, like Jason would always take my side. And I was like, no, like if you were a dirty dog and like did something disgusting to me, Jason would not take your side. He's like, no, watch, I'll text him right now. Literally, it's like 11 p.m. and he's expecting Jason to text him back to say that he's going to be on his side. And he like sends me this screenshot of their conversation
Jason
later. No, Ryder did. And he's like, okay. he had tried to make it seem like more dramatic than it actually was. But he said, me and Alita are arguing. We were not arguing. We were merely just talking. He said, if we got divorced, would you take my side? Hypothetically, of course. She thinks you'd side with her. And he said, your side, degaff the reason. And Ryder said, heck yeah, she's going to be pissed. So annoying.
If there's one thing about Jason is that he's a menace.
I literally cannot. I don't know how we got on that topic, but
no, that is
late night
so
thoughts.
Funny.
That's one of ours.
He like read that text to me. I started laughing. He's like, Alita might text you soon.
Oh my gosh. No, I was going to, but I was like, no, I know. Like Rachel would take my side.
100%.
Yeah.
You're my girl.
Well, and I was like, if like there were financial interests involved, like for the podcast, like if this was like our full-time job, like there is no way that like
we're bound together.
That like you would just like cut off your livelihood.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like you would take my side, sure. Jason, go take Ryder's side. I don't freaking care.
But
Anyways.
no, that's like an interesting thing to think about too, or like the dying thing.
Yeah.
Like, if Jason moved on while I was dead, you bet I'm climbing 6 feet out from under with my skeleton and saying no.
Rar. I'm here.
Rar. You
Okay, so I really love this book because it's super straightforward. There is like no nonsense. She is like, it's okay. Rachel and I were just talking before we started recording, and we were saying that the last book that we reviewed is very much a book that like you need to read it page by page, and you are learning as you are reading. This one, it's more of like a dictionary, like where you can search things inside of it. And or is that like, it's more like a Wikipedia, like you search what you're looking for instead of it being like a consecutive book.
Yeah, you could jump into any random page and they're like factoids is what we're saying. But there actually is, what's really cool, there's a glossary or index, whatever you call it, at the end of it that has like a bunch of like brands, but then also like random words like peptides and different words that she used throughout the book. So you can see what they are.
Like a skincare dictionary.
Mm-hmm, quite literally.
Love.
Anyways, okay. So yes, we love this. It's really straightforward. And another thing I like too is that I feel like it is explained in a way that it's easy to understand, because there have been some books that I've read where I'm like, okay, I love the skin science of things, but sometimes I'm like, whoa, that's like a lot. I have to read this 10 times to wrap my head around what this one sentence said. But I like that it's so informative, but like someone who's not an esthetician, because I know we have non-esthetician listeners, you could pick up this book if you wanted to learn more about the skin, and you would understand most of it, if everything. Yeah.
It's kind of like those for dummies books, like Skincare for Dummies is like a good way to put this kind of book.
Absolutely. So in the first part of the book, she talks about where you start with a routine. She talks about the layers of the skin, the dermis, the epidermis, and it's really simple. I mean, as an esthetician, I do kind of wish there was like more like about like the different structures, like the stratum corneum, the stratum spinosum, fibroblasts, and like the technical things like that. But it is so good and it is easy to understand. And so I like that it does start out with just the basics. What is the skin? It's the largest organ. How does it function?
Yeah, no, it's great. So that's kind of like the first chapter. And the second chapter, she goes over routines, like morning routines versus evening routines, gives you step-by-steps, breakdowns of like how to do each of them, how to apply each of the products, why we need each of the products, layering different products. So that's all of chapter 2.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the list. Okay. So then chapter 3 talks about the importance of cleansing. Should you double cleanse? Should you not double cleanse?
She shares what she does.
And she also shares products that she likes in the book. And also, I do really like that she does include common myths in each section of the book, in each chapter, different common beliefs and different myths based off of whatever she's talking about in that chapter. So chapter 3 is all about the importance of cleansing. double cleansing and different types of cleansers. We've talked about some of our favorite cleansers on here. Like I love cream and gel cleansers are my jam. Those are what I mostly use. What are your favorites?
Same.
Yeah.
Like for my skin, a creamy cleanser is like my baby.
Yeah. So
She's the only thing I can really do without my skin becoming the Sahara.
Yeah, and so it dives into things like that. Like Aaliyah said, like she's more dry, and so she tends to reach for a cream cleanser. And so Caroline just explains things in a really great way.
Yes. Then she goes over exfoliation, benefits of exfoliating and how it helps the skin's renewal process, different types of exfoliants like chemical versus physical. She goes over guidelines on frequency of like how to avoid over exfoliating and just making sure that everyone is well educated in how they can exfoliate for their different skin type and just what's safe versus what's not safe in like the exfoliation realm of everything.
Love it. Okay. And then the next chapter, what are we on? 4?
5.
Hydration and moisturization. Okay, we've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure we have a podcast on hydrating versus moisturizing. They're different. Different skin types are going to need different things or both. Choosing the right products for hydration. And she also mentions key ingredients that have helped her. So dry girls, you know where to jump to, what chapter to jump to in this book now. So jump to chapter 5 for that.
And then we have the 6th, which is all about sun protection. So she talks about the importance of SPF. She talks about different types of sunscreen, chemical versus physical, and all of the benefits of each of them. And then she also goes into the daily SPF usage and like how to incorporate it into your routine safely and all about like reapplying and just all of that stuff.
Perfect. Okay. Next. Okay, one thing I'm sorry, my brain is kind of all over the place because I'm looking at the book and the layout. So I did forget one thing in 5 I did want to mention that I thought was really cool in her book. Oh, Jason's calling me. Hey, say hi to the podcast. We're live.
What's up, Skin Club?
So funny.
Okay, I'll call you after.
Sorry.
You're good. Bye. Anyways, what I thought was really cool in 5 is she does talk about labels and what different labels mean on different things, like animal testing, for example. Guys, okay, we're going to make an episode specifically on marketing terms and what they really mean, like dermatologist approved or recommended, all the different things and what they mean, because I learned from Caroline that with animal testing, like people can be sneaky about it and say not animal or not tested on animals. So the final product may not have been tested on animals, but that doesn't mean the ingredients they used in it weren't tested prior individually. Yeah. And so there's sneaky ways that brands get around certain things. And so that's where it's just important to do your research. Like if that is something that's really important to you, hypoallergenic, different things like that. I won't read anything straight from the book, but just different things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. 7, treatment products. Okay, yes, this is where she talks about treatment products and ingredients. And I did want to talk a little bit about this. Let me pull up. I made a note. Okay, so she talked about the importance of ingredients and finding reputable brands, because there are several brands that will angel dust. And if you're not familiar with that term, angel dusting is when brands will throw in a tiny percentage of an ingredient that looks attractive to a consumer, but really it's such a minuscule amount that it's really not doing much to the skin. So like learning how to read an ingredient label is so important, but also even estheticians, we're never going to 100% know how it works on the skin except for the formulators. They're the only ones who know everything that's in it. And that's why as estheticians, we go by studies. We go by just what we learned from them and the proof in the studies. But where am I going with this? My brain. I was going somewhere in my brain. Short circuit. Oh my gosh, it was important. What was I saying right before studies?
Formulators, talking about the formulators, angel dusting.
Angel dusting, the formula. Oh, yes. What I was going to say is when looking at an ingredient, thank you. When looking at an ingredient label, so it's required to go from the most potent to the least potent. But when you get to the 1%, it can be listed in any order. So if a product, for example, the Mandelic serum from Glymed, that has 1% Mandelic. So I know by law, anything listed after Mandelic on that label is either 1% or lower, but it can be listed in any order.
That's insane.
That's something to be aware of too when looking for brands. Like, where are those active ingredients at on the label when you're looking for something like that?
Yeah.
Because angel dusting does happen.
Crazy. Did you finish all of the 7?
No, I got distracted.
Okay.
So she does talk about targeted serums, oils, and different things for different skin concerns. And so if you are interested in ingredients and what is going to be good for different concerns, go to this chapter 7. And she provides guidance on how to effectively incorporate these type of things into your routine.
Yes. Okay, chapter 8 is all about problem solving. So detailed look at conditions like acne, rosacea, and hyperpigmentation. She also talks about different solutions and recommendations, like different tailored advice and product recommendations for managing every type of issue that the client may be having with their skin. And then she also goes into detail on when to seek a professional's help when you have these kind of skin concerns and like when to refer out.
Yeah, that's really nice that she does dive into that, because I feel like those are a lot of reasons why people seek help in the first place, is because they're like, oh my gosh, I am dealing with acne, I am dealing with rosacea, I am dealing with melasma, whatever it may be. And she gets very detailed. She talks about milia in the book. She talks about ichthyosis in this book, psoriasis, eczema. She is very detailed. And so, yes, that is so good. Chapter 9 is the ingredient glossary. So understanding ingredients, benefits and side effects of what each ingredient does, and then how to make an informed choice. And she does teach you how to read an ingredient label and to choose a product based on ingredient knowledge.
Yes. Chapter 10 is all about lifestyle in the skin. So how food and drinks impact skin's health, as well as how to like manage stress and how stress affects the skin. She also goes into deep dives about sleep in the skin and how our skin is affected by sleep. So important.
I was going to say that's a perfect one for you to read, is
Yes.
lifestyle and skin.
Love.
Chapter 11, advanced skincare treatments and at-home devices. She discusses treatments that she thinks are effective at home. And when I mean say treatments, I mean things like LED.
Yes.
If you're not licensed, don't perform treatments on yourself.
Please.
And then also when to invest. At what point it's important to invest in seeing a professional.
Yeah. Okay, then chapter 12 is all about building your own routine, how to build your own personal skincare routine tailored to your goals and needs, and then adapting to different changes in your skin, whether it be seasonal changes, aging, acne, whatever it is. And then she goes into consistency and why you should be so consistent with your skincare. So that's like a brief excerpt on the book. So all in all, she is definitely encouraging every reader to continue to educate yourself on the skin. She's super informative. I feel like this should go viral on TikTok, this book specifically, so that it can reach Skin Talk and people can be making more educated decisions for their skincare regimens and whatever the frick they're doing to their skin.
Yeah, no, I completely agree because skin talk can be a scary place. And I think this is such a good book for those consumers because it is straightforward. It's not hard to understand. I think, yeah, really, like anyone, if you're not an esthetician, you for sure could understand this book. And I like that it's big. Like, guys, this book is massive. Like, it's almost like a yearbook size,
Yeah.
which makes it more fun to flip through.
And it's very colorful.
Yeah, the words are bigger, and she has like cute pictures of her with her products, and like she's adorable. She's so cute.
Yeah. Love her.
So I have a lot of respect for her. So go support her, read her book. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, we love. Something fun that she does in her book are different like skincare myths and things. So we're gonna deep dive into those. Just other ones that we have come up with on our own. So let's start with the first one. This first one says natural or organic products are always safer for the skin. That is a freaking myth. Natural and organic products can still cause allergies and like different irritations to the skin. So natural isn't always better. Second myth.
Okay. Myth. Oily skin doesn't need a moisturizer. Okay, here's the fact. Oily skin can still be dehydrated and need more moisture. Using the right type of moisturizer can help balance the skin's oil production because if you aren't adding moisture or hydration, the skin will overcompensate for not getting that and pump out more oil.
Yes. Another myth is that the higher the SPF, the better the protection. And the fact is that SPF 30 blocks out about 97% of UVB rays, while SPF 50 blocks about 98%. So the increase in the protection is minimal, and higher SPFs can give false sense of security, leading to prolonged sun exposure. So tell your clients there's really not much of a difference. I think too, like at least for myself, I just mainly notice a difference in consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, I always say like if you're getting treatments with me, like just at least wear an SPF 30.
Yeah.
30 or 50 is great.
Totally.
And another thing too, no sunscreen is truly waterproof. There will be brands that say water resistant. And so you go to the beach, you put some sunscreen on, you jump in the water. Please reapply if you're getting wet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, another myth. More product equals better results. The fact is, using more products than recommended can lead to skin irritations, clogged pores, and wasted product. Following the recommended amount is typically sufficient for effectiveness. So I talk about this all the time. You're probably sick of me saying it. I love a simple routine. Simple is perfect.
I agree. Okay, next is that you can shrink your pores permanently. That is a myth. Pore size is genetically determined and cannot be permanently changed. However, proper skincare can minimize the appearance by keeping them clean and reducing inflammation in the skin.
Yes, your pores are not a muscle.
No.
Okay, a myth. You need to let your skin breathe and skip skincare. Okay. The skin doesn't breathe the same way as our lungs do. Consistent skincare is important for maintaining skin health, and skipping it can lead to dryness, breakouts, and other issues. So keep putting your skincare on. Your skin can still, quote unquote, breathe, even though it's not the same.
Okay, next says, you can use any body lotion on your face. This is a myth. Body lotions are formulated for like the thicker skin that's on our bodies. And I have a little side note to say, my therapist actually, she had this like AHA body lotion thing, and she didn't bring her like one of her skincare products, like one of her actives on her trip that she was on, and she put the body stuff on, and it literally gave her like full blister burn on her entire face. And it's from Necessaire. It's their body stuff. She literally got it at like Sephora. And she's like, it was so painful. She's like, my whole face was falling off, and she had never had a peel before. And now her melasma is 10 times worse. And it's just so terrible. Like, she's like, I will never do that ever again. It was terrible.
Not to mention the pore cloggers.
Literally. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't put Jergens on your face.
Please.
Don't put Bath and Body Works on your face.
Please.
Or Hemp's lotion.
Yeah. Let's do one more.
Okay. Oh, I'm passionate about this and I'm getting my notebook. I'm skipping to a page because I have the facts written down. If you're watching YouTube, this is my skin notebook I've had
For years. As
for...
long as I've known you, you've had this damn notebook.
Yeah. Guys, I am a note taker. I love to sit down and take notes. Listen. Okay. This is such a common belief. All alcohols in skincare are bad. Guys, this is a myth. Did you know not all alcohols are drying? Not all alcohols are like the rubbing alcohol we use. So there's so many different alcohols. There are fatty alcohols that have nourishing, emollient, and occlusive-like qualities. So examples of those, cetyl alcohol. That's a fatty alcohol. Sterile alcohol. Lanolin alcohol. Cetyl alcohol. Those are fatty alcohols. And then there's simple alcohols that can be formulated in a product to only use the benefits. The beauty of formulation. They formulate it so it doesn't dry out the skin. So alcohols are used for a variety of reasons, as a preservative, to stabilize a formula, to act as a carrier, can have antibacterial properties. There's so many benefits alcohols can have. So I don't want anyone to look at a label, see alcohol, and say, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Because the formulation is so important, and there's so many different types of alcohols out there. And I did learn this from Esthaholic on Instagram, so go give that account a follow, because that is what I learned about it. So don't be afraid of alcohols. Fear not.
Get lit.
Get all the alcohol.
We love. Well, guys, this is our last episode before we see you all in Vegas.
Viva!
We literally can't wait. Y'all get to participate in our live show. If you're going to be there, that will be recorded and uploaded, hopefully to YouTube, but for sure on anywhere podcasts are listened to. But we love you guys, and thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We are just so grateful for each and every one of you.
Cannot wait to see you. Oh, and we do plan on having you guys, if you would like to come, we will have our mics, our whole podcast set up at our booth. So come sit with us. Just let us know you want to be mentioned on the podcast, and you can come, put the headset on, speak in our microphones, and give yourself a shout out. We did that last year.
So fun.
If you're
best.
It's so fun. So if you are newer to our podcast, if you go back to last year, our Vegas episode, we did our live show, but then we also included in that episode all of you that came to our booth and said hi, and it's all of you shouting out your own business, and
so cute.
It's so fun. Did it just stop recording? Yep. Okay, so we're done on YouTube, but thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Skin Club podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. We would love to hear from you.
Also, follow us on Instagram at the Skin Club Podcast. Feel free to message us for recommendations on future episodes, and let us know what you would like to hear on the next podcast episode. Thanks for listening.